brings us. And so this just really warms my heart to be here with you today. I'll be sharing with you a vinyasa flow, a chakra vinyasa flow, and then also some crystal singing bowls. And these are specifically attuned to line up with those 7 major energy centers in your body, or chakras. So I'm going to really challenge myself today. I'm going to try to teach, play the bowls, and do the DJ stuff all at the same time. So bear with me. This is my first time trying all 3 at once. So let's go ahead, and I'm not going to get too into exactly the science and exactly how these work, but there'll be time, I think, in between that we can chat if you're interested in knowing more about what exactly is going on with these bowls. And I have cards as well if you're interested in it afterwards, you have questions or anything. So with that, let's go ahead and begin. We'll start in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. And if this doesn't feel good to you, you can come to any posture that might feel better. And from here, let's go ahead and close the eyes if that feels safe. We're going to start with a breath practice this morning, Dirga breath. And this breath is a 3-part breath where we identify 3 landmarks as the breath passes over them. That's the collarbones, the rib cage, and the belly. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel as the air passes collarbones, ribs, belly, and then as you exhale out that same path, belly, ribs, collarbones. Again, inhale, collarbones, ribs, belly, belly, ribs, collarbone. Now go ahead and identify silently these 3 spots as you follow your breath. As you follow your breath, start to let your mind's eye land on this present moment, free of attachment to outcome or expectation. What brought you here today? What do you want to lean more into, today or in life? What do you want to let go of or unpack? What's weighing you down? Wherever you're at in your breath cycle, exhale all the air from your lungs. Take a deep breath in, fill up completely. See that intention, that prayer, that love, that lean in. And as you exhale, let it out into the world. Open mouth exhale. Beautiful. We'll start with Muladhara, root chakra. First, we'll hear the sounds from the bowl. Stretched out long in front of you. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more, just like this. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As you inhale, slowly, mindfully shift forward to a table position. Fingers spread wide, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and begin to move organically here. How your body wants to move. A lot of this practice is leaning into the wisdom your body holds for you. Let go of the shoulds or what it looks like. Start to even things out in this free flow movement. Find yourself in that strong tabletop. Uddiyana Bandha, belly button pulled into the core. Crown of the head reaches towards the sound of my voice. Your tailbone once you've moved a bit, settle into stillness. Squeeze your shoulder blades a little further down your back. Press into the pads of your fingertips like you're gripping a basketball. Draw your belly button a little closer to your spine. As you inhale, bring your gaze forward to the top edge of the mat. Exhale, step your feet behind your wrists for ragdoll pose. Option to grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Bring a little bit of movement to this, swaying side to side. Feel the groundedness, the connectedness of the feet to the ground. You took that grip, switch it up, opposite arm comes in front. Maybe nod your head yes or shake it no. Maybe open and close the mouth a couple of times. And release your arms down long towards the ground. Take one hand at a time and slip it underneath your feet for gorilla pose. Work to get those toes up and close to that crease of your wrist. And then experiment with shifting more weight forward into the toes. Maybe your arms pull down a little bit, bringing the elbows to opposite sides of the room. Maybe your hands rest gently on the top of your legs. Wherever you're at is perfect. Take a breath in and a breath out. As you inhale, gently remove one hand at a time from underneath of your feet. Bring a generous bend in your knees, so much so that your belly and your chest rest on your own lap. And then grounding down through the feet, begin to roll up through the spine. Same articulation that we did in our cat pose. Hold that belly button up and in. Beautiful. Let your arms rest at your side. Mountain pose. Tilt your tailbone down. Pull the belly button in. Squeeze the shoulder blades down your back. As you inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Lift your gaze. Exhale, back bend. Goalpost or cactus your arms. Shift your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Lean back a little, a lot, or not at all. Inhale, lift up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Rise your breath down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Crouching curl. Bend your knees, round through your back. Bring your chin into your chest. Get as small as you possibly can. Inhale, back up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Now we'll flow breath movement. Exhale, back bend. Goalpost the arms and lean back. Inhale, reach high, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, hands to heart center, or swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, crouching curl, get small. Lift your heels away from the mat, round through your back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand tall, mountain pose. Last back bend, deepest one yet. Lift the heart, squeeze your shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, reach high, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, ride the breath down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time plant your hands, step back to a high plank pose. Hold here, always an option to drop down to the knees. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now we'll all come to the knees. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, setting up baby cobra. Little to no weight in the hands. Hands will settle right alongside the armpits. Sit your legs together, press into the tops of your feet, and begin to peel the chest away from the mat. Keep pressing into the toenail side of the foot, squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, ground your forehead down. Press into your palms, and with your strong arms, bring yourself all the way back to a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch. Find your breath again. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Now moving to the second of the chakras, Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra. We'll hear it sound first. your own wisdom, what your body holds for you. Letting the mind take a little bit of a break from the control center. Start to even those circles out. Come back to your strong tabletop. Engage the core muscles again. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, back to your downward facing dog. We're going to do some downward facing dog waves here. So how this works is we'll lift up onto our tippy toes and then shift your body forward into a high plank and take it back, pulling that belly button up and in. You can always do this from your knees as well, just shifting forward and back to a tabletop and then a child's pose. Take about 3 or 4 rounds through this, making sure you're moving with your breath. Beautiful. Once you finish your 3rd or 4th round, press back to your downward facing dog. Take an inhale to look forward to the top edge of your mat. As you exhale, step to the top of your space. Big toes to touch or feet comfortably close together. Now begin to inch your feet out to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Sink down to Muladhara Yogi Squat. If it feels better in your body to stay higher or use a block, that's available to you. Tilt your tailbone down. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Feel the openness of the hips. Breathe through the sensation. We have one more breath cycle here. As you exhale, fingertips come down to the mat, hips lift high. Inhale for a halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale to a fold. Inhale, step just your left leg back. Lower down slowly with control to the back knee. Untuck the toes if that feels good in your body. Keep the left fingertips grounded and reach your right arm up high, finding a twist. Hold here, feel your breath. Continue to invite the hips forward. If you'd like movement in the arm or the wrist, go ahead, take that. Circular motions through the wrist or through the shoulder joint. Just making sure to find symmetry. Take 2 more full breath cycles here. Go ahead, close the posture now by sweeping your right hand down, gaze straight ahead. See that you feel stable with your right foot and your left knee, and rise up so the shoulders stack over the hips. We'll bring the arms overhead, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, find a back bend, and we'll find that same floating motion, scooping forward and back. Both posting the arms, leaning back, sweeping the arms forward and around. You take this at your own pace. Good. So 3 more rounds. Excellent. Let's take our final round here. Up and around. Release the fingertips to frame your front toes. Tuck the back toes, lift your back knee. Gaze forward and with a strong step, come to the top of your space. Inhale for a halfway lift. Reset, neutralize. Exhale, forward fold. This time you step back with the right foot. With control, lower down to your right knee. Untuck the toes. Right fingertips stay grounded. Left arm reaches up, finding that twist. If you'd like to take movements in the wrist joint, shoulder joint. Again, this is your practice. Go where you need to. Start to even things out with that shoulder and arm movement. Breath in. Exhale, close the posture. Inhale to rise up. Low crescent lunge. Exhale, find your back bend, and we'll take it into that scoop like we're scooping a bucket of water and dumping it back. Good. 3 more. Beautiful breath. Keep it moving. 2 more. Excellent, guys. 1 more. Beautiful work. Ground the hands back down. Now on this last one, frame the front foot. Tuck your back toes, and this time we'll step the left foot back to meet the right high plank pose. Flow through your high to low. Could be the baby cobra again, could be skipping it all together, or feel free to take your upward facing dog and your downward facing dog. We'll meet there. Once in down dog, take a couple of breaths. Good. Moving into Manipura, solar plexus chakra. This is the heat center. This is our power, our will, our sense of self. So we'll shift forward here, finding a high plank. Your knees are available to you. Our goal here is to build that internal fire. We're going to hold. Feel that fire build. strengthen up through all the major muscle groups in your body, not just your core, not just your arms, but your legs, your glutes. Charge your heels back. We'll lower down all the way to our belly in 3, 2, 1. With control, lower all the way down. Beautiful. Take your hands stacked underneath your forehead and rest down, or find just any belly down Shavasana posture. Breathe here. We'll now hear the sounds of Manipura. This is the fire element. From that space, from your core, slide forward back into top. Or excuse me, hands into your shoulders. Then press up, and we'll slide forward to tabletop. Good. Take some movement here through the center of your body again, just shifting back and forth, side to side. Feel that heat that we've begun to build. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, find your downward facing dog. As you inhale, look forward to the top edge of your space. Exhale, step through, big toes to touch. Inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale to chair pose, that first chair pose of practice. Sink your hips low, keep your arms high. If that doesn't feel great in the upper body, you can always take cactus arms or hands at heart center. Now right away, start to pull that belly button a little closer to the spine. Tuck your tailbone slightly under and squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Beautiful. Now we'll all gather hands at heart center. We're going to focus on this twist right through the center of our body. So we're resisting hooking the elbow right away. Take an exhale to twist to your right, but just through the center of your body. Feel the core engagement, your ribcage knit in. Inhale back to center. Again, exhale, twist. Maybe take it a little bit further. Press those palms together towards the center of your chest. Inhale back to center. Last one, deepest one. Twist to the right. Find your edge, find your twist. Now you're welcome to hook that left elbow outside of the right leg or between your legs. Work your palms a little closer towards the middle of your chest. Extend the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. See that the knees are equal, pressing together. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold it for one more cycle. Breathe in, breathe out. Exhale, fold. Let your fingertips soften down to the earth. Bring a big bend into your knees. Slowly begin to roll up the spine. Good. Sweep your arms overhead. Draw hands down to heart center. Inhale, begin to shift weight into your left foot. With your right knee, you might kickstand it. You might draw it all the way up, even with your hip flexing your foot like you're about to go up a big stair. And you can proudly stay here. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, take your arms into a goalpost shape. Take a deep breath in, getting really strong in that standing leg. As you exhale, Shiva twist to the right, twisting through the center of the core, what we just practiced. Pull